were going to live stream us tonight.
What?
Oh
This is
God.
new information. Well, of course I'm going to live stream because it's Friday night. It's live improv from New York City. And we got a terrific cast for you tonight. We have Bridget. Hello, Bridget. And we have Joe. There's Joe. Oh, shocking Joe. And Taylor. Taylor's. There's Taylor. And EJ. Hello, EJ.
Hello.
little moose action for us there. And Stephanie. There's Stephanie with her barcode behind her. Nice. You can, folks at home, you can grab your phone and click Stephanie's barcode in the back, and it takes you to her dance studio where you can take lessons and whatnot. Cool. And I'm your host, Scotty Watson. Now, what I'm going to ask these first, I'm going to ask a question, then I'm going to get the actors to do something introverted and all very actorly. First question would be this. What's a big choice that a small town might have to make? A big event in the life of a small town. Something they gotta make that decision. Should we or shouldn't we? What do you think that choice should be?
Get cable.
Should they allow cable into the town? Well, you know what? This is really interesting that this is what you say, because I know this little town called Goon River, where they had to make that decision. It was Goon River, New Jersey. It's way, way up in northern Jersey. Now, what I will ask of you as actors, take a moment and channel the spirits of the good people of Goon River. And once you have, click on that little rename button on your little square there and change your name to the name of your character, because the people of Goon River had to decide, would they allow the big cable streaming, I'm going to just say words that I understand, the broadcasters to come in and lay that cable and get them all onto that big hamster wheel of cable. And here's the great thing about the people of Goon River. They were never on the fence. Some people were for it and some people were against it. And well, we're going to chat with those people now and see how they feel about cable coming to Goon River. Let's dive in. I would like to dive in with Marie Campanelli. Marie Campanelli, what did you do in the town of Goon River?
Oh, well, I'm a hairdresser.
A hairdresser. I notice there's no R on the end of the word hair. You must be a native New Jerseyan.
Oh, yeah. I've lived in this town my whole life.
Okay, so you're a native
Great town. A lot of people give New Jersey a bad rap, but that's just not fair.
Yeah, New Jersey has its ups and downs. So you were the hairdresser, men and women's hair?
Oh, yeah. I'm the only hairdresser in town.
Oh, I see. So you must know everything that's going on.
Oh, I do. You wouldn't believe what people will tell you when they're sitting in the chair.
Oh, I would believe that. And I think I might tap you later to ask what's going on in the town. Get a little bit of the skinny. But in the meantime, I should ask cable. Are you for it or are you against it?
Oh, I'm definitely for it. There's so many people who wait. I'm the only hairdresser in town. So there's so many people waiting. And if I could just put cable on, they'd have something to watch and they'd have something to talk about. It's hard sometimes for people to find new topics. Because, things get a little quiet, get a little boring. And then you get cable in and there's always something crazy on and people can talk. So this is what I want it for my business. I want it for my home. I think we should have it.
I love it. All right. I've registered you in the survey as for the cable. Benny Falco. Benny, what did you do in the town of Goon River?
Well, from Benny Falco, I was a mechanic for several years. Very much appreciates if anyone would like to patronize. It's Falco Mechanics. We got a Falcon on it.
Nice. Falco Mechanics. Now, foreign, domestic, does it matter what kind of cars?
Well, I like the kinds with four wheels. I don't like to use the word discriminate, but I don't work on those two-wheel monstrosities. Anything with four wheels, tractors, cars, four-wheelers, anything.
Okay, but let's get it. Why not motorcycles? The two-wheel monstrosities.
My brother-in-law's best friend died on a motorcycle. I don't trust the things.
Brother-in-law's best friend.
Best friend. His name was Nicky.
Nicky died on a motorcycle. Okay, well then we won't even mention motorcycles around you.
I appreciate that.
Falco Mechanics sounds good. Now tell me about cable. Were you for it or were you against it?
I'm against it.
You're against
Not having cable.
Why not?
Because that's how they put the cameras in your house. If you get a cable, you put it into a TV. You know the TVs have cameras, every single one of them. They'll know what you're doing. They'll have pictures of you walking around your house naked. We all do it.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think that maybe when you think about if they have cameras, you're thinking about computers. They have cameras. I'm using a computer camera. I'm just
anything with a microchip is gonna know where you are.
okay. That is certainly a point of view. Thank you, Benny.
You're welcome.
Benny, no motorcycles at Falcon Benny's Automotive. Maggie Harmony. What a lovely name. What did you do in the town of Goon River?
Oh, darling, I'm the electrician. I'm the town electrician, yes.
Okay. The town electrician, you don't hear of many electricians with names like Maggie Harmony.
Oh, no. See, I gave up a career in Wall Street because, it's so droll and boring, and I wanted something exciting. So I went through the electrical apprenticeship program and became an electrician.
All right. So are you happier now that you're an electrician?
Oh, much happier, yes.
But it's got to be less lucrative.
Oh, no. The minimum wage for a union electrician happens to be $50 an hour. And when you're the only electrician and everyone needs their electricity, I make a good living.
Oh, I guess you do. I bet you do.
Mhm.
All right, Ben. Good. Tell me about, I think I might already know. People. Are you for it?
I'm really not. I know it sounds surprising, but no, I'm not. You see,
Why?
when the cable people come in, they'll be taking my job, won't they? And it won't be me doing the service on all these lovely televisions and putting that wiring in. They have their own people, and I'm not one of them. And they're not union.
No, I know that's a fact, but it strikes me that it shouldn't take anything away from you. They're adding cable to it. You're still going to do your electrical work. I'm just saying. Plus, when they're in there, they'll probably screw something up that you'll have to come and fix.
Or they'll find something that I have repaired.
Okay. Good to know. You put repairs in quotations. That's interesting.
Yeah, I did.
Nice meeting you, Maggie. Nice meeting you.
Delightful to meet you too, Mr. Watson.
Now, Mrs. O'Flaherty. Hello. Is that shortened from O'Flaherty, or was it always O'Flaherty?
When we came over on the Mayflower, we changed it at Ellis Island.
Well, you changed it from O'Flaherty to O'Flaherty?
Yes, to O'Flaherty. Some people might even say O'Flirty. I'm a widow. I was a widow, rather.
You were a widow.
I was.
What are you now?
Well, not really here, am I? Anymore?
Oh, yes, of course. I keep forgetting. Everything's past tense. What did you do in the town of, I remember now. I don't know how these games work. What did you do in the town of Goon River?
Well, some might have called me a busybody, but I did charitable deeds.
Charitable deeds.
I made myself very useful. Prison visiting, hospital visits, flowers for the church.
How do a lot of people in Goon River need to be visited in jail?
Oh,
we've got one of the biggest penitentiaries in America. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
Did not know that.
Moon River Pen.
River Pen. Okay, we got that. So let's talk about cable for a second. Are you for that or against that, Mrs. LaFlaherty?
Cable, harmful, negative, unsavory, pernicious. Of course I'm for it. I love it. I love it.
You said a bunch of negative things and then said that you were for it.
I am excited. Schadenfreude. That's what it is. Schadenfreude. I can't wait for cable to bring me reality television so I can feel good about others' misfortune.
Oh, now I know why you do all those good things, because you... All right.
You got me.
You think it's terrible. You're in favor of it. Cool. Well, that puts us evenly tied, by the way. So let's find out how Peppy Peg, owner of Peaceful Pets. Hello, Peppy Peg, owner of Peaceful Pets. Super hard to say. What is Peaceful Pets? Oh, I cannot hear you.
It's very peaceful.
Peaceful Pets. Can you hear me now?
Super, yes, super can.
Peaceful Pets is a store to keep pets peaceful.
Got it.
So is it like a pharmaceutical? Is it restraint? Is it taxidermy? How do you keep them peaceful?
Actually, all of the above. It's very exciting because we have medicines,
Sure.
we have herbs, we have amazing toys that relax your pets. Pets need special attention. They need medications just like humans.
Sure. So how are you different than a veterinarian?
Well, veterinarians go to school and spend like 10 years of their life wasted away in college and doctorate degrees and all sorts of stuff, where I'm focusing on actually helping the pets.
Okay. That sounds like I'm glad I'm not a pet currently. Just because
You could be.
I could be. Yeah, that's true. We could all be pets in a giant experiment. Let me ask you this, Peppy Peg. Are you the cable? Are you for it or against it? Because this is the tying vote.
Well, I have so much to say about this town, but focusing just on the cable, I would say it's both good and bad.
Yes.
But what the best thing about cable is that animals love to hear the sounds of voices.
Okay.
So as a therapeutic tool, I think that cable really would do Goon River some good.
So can I put you down? Should I put you down as 4?
Sure.
Okay, then. Sure, that's what it is. Well, that was the tying vote, and that's what put it over the top. Cable is coming to Goon River. Now, I want to fast forward you a little bit to the day before they switched on the cable. Now, the cable was just finished being laid, so some of it's still, there's still some construction going on. But the day before they switched it on, I want to check in with some of you about what you were doing and who you might have seen. Let's start with Marie. Marie Campanelli, did you happen to? What were you doing the day before they switched on the cable? You were for the cable, so you must have been happy.
Oh yeah, I just gone out shopping for some big flat screen TVs that I could put up on, hanging from the walls. And also, one that would be angled so that I could see it really well when I'm cutting. That would be so nice. Cause I can do this in my sleep. I don't need to be like watching people's hair every second. And anyway, you can hear a lot. That's really good. But while I was, so I was just coming back and my brother was helping me carry these big TVs, and we were like installing them and all this stuff. And my brother, he's Jerry. He's really good friends with Benny's brother-in-law's friend, who was like Nikki, who died, and Nikki, who used to be the former electrician in town.
Oh,
No.
Nikki was the electrician before Maggie.
Yeah.
Well,
And anyway, my brother told me
yeah.
that day while we were working that there was something fishy about going on with Nikki's motorcycle. And see, I think Benny should have looked at it. He's always been like against the motorcycles, but he should have looked at it because there was something fishy there. And I personally think that Maggie Hominy had something to do with it. Because, I never trust those Wall Street people.
All right, let's check in with them. I'm going to start with Benny. I'm going to find out what Benny was up to. Hey, Benny, what were you doing the day before they switched on the cable? And did you happen to see anybody? You're muted, Benny.
Appreciate that. The day before, I was collecting the names of everybody in the town, and I bought a bag of bubble gum, and I said, "You bring in your cable receipts, and I'll give you a piece of bubble gum." But I also wrote down that I can never talk to those people again.
Hang on. I'm sorry. You were collecting the names of everybody in town. That strikes me as there's real privacy issues there.
I'm sorry. They printed in the yellow pages.
Well,
That is perfectly normal knowledge for me to have and to retain and to write on for my own records.
you know what? Touche. That is correct. I forgot about the telephone book. It's been so long since I saw one. Now I understand that there has been some talk that the fellow Nikki that was killed on the thing, that maybe you should have looked at the motorcycle a little bit more carefully because Maggie might have been involved. Now, did you happen to see Maggie the day before?
Maggie, the electrician.
Yeah, Harmony. Maggie.
No, yeah, the day before, I asked Maggie on a date, and she said no, but she was in the shop. I don't know. I didn't see her do anything, but even if I did, I'm not sure I'd be able to see what it was through the absolutely effervescent aura that she has about her.
So were you on the date at the time?
No, she said no to me, but I did see her that day, and I did ask.
All right, let me go check in. I'll just check in and find out. Hey,
right.
Maggie, I understand Benny asked you out on a date. Whoa. What happened there?
Oh, well, darling, as you know, Benny is just the most amazingly handsome, dashing, gorgeous man in town.
Too true.
And I felt a little conflicted, what with prying eyes. I wanted something a little more discreet. And, well, Benny was very indiscreet in his requesting of my accompaniment on a date to the coffee shop.
I hear that.
Yes, yes.
Now, after you shot down Betty and broke his heart,
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to see anybody else in town?
Well, actually, I did. I did watch Miss Flaherty Farlarty. I always mix her name terribly.
Yes.
I saw her and that Peg woman over at the salon they were looking at televisions, and I wasn't asked, to help install those TVs.
Oh no, we knew that was going to happen. You called that one. Well, let me check in with Mrs. O'Flaherty. Mrs. O'Flaherty, I understand that you were picking up TVs for the big cable thing. Where were you picking up the TVs? Tell me a little bit more about it.
On the dark web. There.
Whoa. These
Yes.
were,
You can buy them illegally. It's great.
black market televisions?
Yes. Except they're color. They're not black and white. Don't get confused.
No, I understand.
Color
Black market
television
is
on the black market. The dark web.
a pretty well used term, black market. No, I hear you. So you were using the dark web to buy illicit televisions.
Yes, it's so exciting. Can't involve anybody officially, though. It's an awkward thing with, our electrician here, but it's okay. You just hook it up. You barely need an electrician. Batteries is all you need these days.
It's very few of those that I don't think they run on, but that's good. That's good. Okay, now let me ask you a question. Did you happen to see Peppy Peg, owner of Peaceful Pets, that day?
Yes, I did. Oh, yes. Well, she was with me. We were at the salon looking at accessories for our new televisions. You can get all kinds of modern accessories. Do you know remote controls and a wire coat hanger to stick in the top if you need it?
Okay. Well, those are certainly fabulous accessories. Let me check in with Peppy Peg. Peppy Peg, owner of Peaceful Pets. I understand that you were at the salon, which seems the weirdest place to pick up peripherals for your television.
Shh.
Oh. Well, since the cat's out of the bag, so to speak. Well, like cats, we can just climb up the telephone pole and open the little box. And when you know what you're doing, unlike Maggie,
Okay.
you can just rewire and kind of rig it like Benny showed us.
Yeah.
And you put the antenna, and you need a little tin foil,
Yeah.
and you just kind of extend the hanger, the wire hanger out, and you just, keep turning the channels and messing with the wires, and you just scream, "We got it!" And
Okay. Well, that's an interesting point that you make, because it seems on the day that they turned on the cable, no one in town had actually signed up for cable, but everyone had it. You see, seems like everybody was stealing cable. So I want to talk about that day when they flipped the switch, because Marie, you were there. You were right there in the cable place where they flipped the switch. Can you tell us what happened to you?
Oh, well, my cousin Louie works at the cable place. And so I was there visiting him, and like it was a moment. They were making a moment out of it. You know what I mean? Which I thought personally was a little silly, but there's not a lot of excitement in a cable worker's life. So they were flipping the switch, and there he was. And Louis was so proud he got to do it himself. And so he flipped the switch, and there was this moment.
Yeah.
I can't describe it, where there's just this moment where everything seemed to freeze. And then suddenly the box with the switch was just sort of like popped. And not like a big pop, not like a switch, a little pop. And then suddenly from the wall behind, there was another little pop. And it was like pop, 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 pop. And the whole building just exploded out the front door. And that's, me, my cousin Louie, my brother, we all just, it was a family affair. We all died.
Well, oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you, but you were not the only one. I understand that walking into the place to the very next person who was just arriving at the front door was Maggie. Maggie, can you tell us what happened to you?
Well, the building exploded, as was mentioned, and people were flying past me in a most peculiar and indiscreet and bloody way. But it wasn't just people. Well, flames and other, accoutrements. Anyway, I was taken out by the damn box that popped. That box just popped off the wall and came at me and smacked me back and flattened me and like a pancake. Just awful.
That's awful.
Yes.
Now, I understand that, Benny, your repair shop is right across the street from there, and you were the next person on the scene. What happened to you? Oh, you're muted again, Benny.
I ran out of that repair shop as fast as I could.
Sure you did.
Because right before the explosion, I watched Maggie go by, and she, she gave me a little wave. So I was very aware that she was that way. And I ran out of the shop, and all I see is bodies, exactly what she said. And I just collapsed, man. I feel like it's because I grew up in Black Lung, New Jersey, but I feel like it could have also been the reverberation, just hit me too hard, stopped my heart.
So you just ran out and died, is what you're telling.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool ways to die, and that was not one of them.
That is, in fact, not one of them. No, that's not a cool way to die. But I'm sorry that it happened to you. Now, I understand that the next person on the scene was Peppy Peggy, owner of Peaceful Pets. Now, Peppy Peggy, owner of Peaceful Pets, what happened to you?
Well, when I yelled, "Got it!"
Yeah.
After a few minutes, I didn't got it. So, after my flirty friend left, I decided to climb up. I got out the ladder, the big ladder. I dragged it out, put it up onto the pole, and I'm up there. And somebody turned something on, and you see this big explosion. I'm at the top of the ladder now, opening the box, ready to work with the wires and fiddle around and fix everything because Maggie doesn't know how to do it, or didn't know how, never knew. Anyway, the explosion happened. I see her go flying. I see Benny, and the pieces from the explosion hit the pole, and I so beautifully and eloquently fell splat onto the concrete.
Sounded almost poetic until we got to the splat part. Then not so cool. Now, Mrs. O'Flaherty, I really hoped that you had made it out alive, but apparently, what happened to you that day?
'Twasn't to be, but I will say the day was rather wonderful. I heard explosions popping off left, right, and centre, and I thought, wow, what an opening this cable company is giving Goon River. And I went outside just in time to see what I presumed was Peppy Pig, or whatever her name is, Peggy, the pet shop girl, doing what I assumed was an opening ceremonial dance, except she didn't get up when she was on the ground.
Oh, dear.
And I walked over to investigate, and silly me, I walked under a ladder she'd left up, which we all know is very silly. And I walked under the ladder, which we know is even sillier. And my 7 years bad luck started immediately. I fell flat on my face and the ladder ruptured my spleen. And so I died agonizingly.
Oh, yeah. Ruptured spleen would take forever.
It took a while, I will say.
I don't even think you need a spleen.
Well, mine was ruptured, which makes it doubly bad.
Sure. Super, super bad rupture spleen.
Bad.
That's actually the technical term. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to all of you. I really am. But I want to thank you for sharing your sad, sad stories. And I want to thank you, for watching Improv on a Friday night. Hey, there's more Improv coming at your face coming up in just a second. So please do stick around.